If you're looking for fantastic theories, you know where to find them. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Fantastic Beasts theories that might actually be true.
Before we begin...
Still waiting on your Hogwarts letter? Then be sure to check out our network-wide Harry Potter week from November 12th to 18th. In the lead up to Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, MsMojo, WatchMojo, and WatchMojo UK will be releasing a whole slew of new videos about your favorite boy wizard and all the fantastic beasts your non-muggle heart desires, such as WatchMojo UK's top 10 fantastic beasts in the Harry Potter universe.
Can we panic now?
And WatchMojo's another top 10 differences between the Harry Potter movies and books.
I'm the half-blood prince.
For this list, we're taking a look at fan theories regarding the Fantastic Beasts franchise that could possibly become true in future sequels.
I know he's working under your orders. What do you have to say for yourself, Dumbledore?
Number 10. Queenie and Jacob have a descendant who plays Quidditch. Although they fell for each other in the first film, No-Maj Jacob Kowalski and Half-Blood Witch Queenie Goldstein are forbidden to be together due to Rappaport's law.
See, I ain't never gonna find anyone like you.
Of course, it's possible that they left the United States, started a family elsewhere, and then returned once the law was repealed in 1965.
I'll come with you. We'll go somewhere. We'll go anywhere.
In which case, we're willing to wager they're related to Quentin Kowalski, who was born sometime after 1976 and became a chaser for the 2014 American national Quidditch team. In addition to having the same surname as Jacob, Quentin's first name might be a male variation on Queenie. Perhaps Quentin could take center stage if Quidditch Through the Ages ever gets the cinematic treatment. Number 9. Newt gives Fawkes to Dumbledore. Introduced in the Chamber of Secrets, Fawkes is the loyal pet phoenix of Albus Dumbledore. While the books and films don't go into great detail on how these two met, their lives are intertwined, and Fawkes sticks by his master right up until his dying breath.
You must have shown me real loyalty down in the chamber. Nothing but that could have called Fawkes to you.
Since Newt Scamander has a suitcase full of magical creatures, it would make perfect sense if he gave Fawkes to Dumbledore as a gift. It's also possible that Dumbledore first encountered Fawkes while on an adventure with Newt. In any case, Newt will likely play an essential role in bringing Fawkes and Dumbledore together. We're eager to learn how the flame between them first ignited, especially because the Crimes of Grindelwald set it up oh so subtly. Number 8. The traveler Aragog mentions is Newt. No two characters in the wizarding world seem like they'd be friends more than Newt Scamander and Rubeus Hagrid. Both are great at interacting with magical creatures, seek to educate the prejudiced about them, and get themselves in trouble a lot for it, with both actually getting expelled from Hogwarts. In the Chamber of Secrets, we learn a bit about Hagrid's time as a Hogwarts student, including the reason for his expulsion, that he's been keeping a pet acromantula who might be causing death at the school. When Harry and Ron meet Aragog the Acromantula, he details that he arrived in a traveler's pocket.
The monster was born in the castle. I came to Hagrid from a distant land, in the pocket of a traveler.
Who likes to keep beasts in pockets and/or briefcases? But seriously, we just want a Newt Hagrid TV series immediately. Number 7. The Girl Who Lived. Ariana Dumbledore remains one of the wizarding world's most enigmatic figures. What we know for sure is that Dumbledore's younger sister was responsible for an explosion that resulted in her mother's death. Shortly after, Ariana died at age 14, in the midst of the three-way duel between Grindelwald and her brothers. Or did she?
My brother sacrificed many things, Mr. Potter, on his journey to find power, including Ariana.
Based on Ariana's behavior, some believe that she might be an Obscurial. Since Credence will come back after seemingly dying, could Ariana still be alive as well? If there's any truth to this theory, it wouldn't be a stretch to assume that Albus Dumbledore sent Newt Scamander to New York to learn more about Obscurials in order to aid his sister. Number 6. Voldemort Begins. The Crimes of Grindelwald takes place shortly after the previous film in 1927. If you're up to date on the Wizarding World timeline, You know that Tom Riddle was born on December 31st, 1926.
I think I'm different.
Well, perhaps they're right.
J.K. Rowling has announced that the 5 Fantastic Beasts movies will span 19 years, taking place between 1926 and 1945, building up to Albus Dumbledore facing Gellert Grindelwald in a duel. Since Riddle attended Hogwarts from 1938 to 1945, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that these movies will delve deeper into his backstory.
I had to see for myself if the rumors were true.
I'm afraid they are, Tom. They are true.
Number 5. Apparating into Hogwarts. Before the film even came out, fans noticed a possibly glaring inaccuracy in the Crimes of Grindelwald teaser. One of the first images in the trailer finds multiple wizards apparating onto the Hogwarts grounds. Anybody who's read the books inside and out, however, knows that one does not simply apparate into Hogwarts. The school is blocked off from this teleportation ability, and only the current headmaster can lift the anti-apparition charm.
So I thought you couldn't apparate within Hogwarts?
Well, being me has its privileges.
Since the film's screenplay was scribed by J.K. Rowling, we have a hard time believing she'd overlook such a major detail.
I just apparated, didn't I?
Indeed. Quite successfully, too, I might add. Most people vomit the first time.
Thus, it's been theorized that Dumbledore pushes for these safety measures at a later date, either to keep Grindelwald or Voldemort out. Number 4. Grindelwald's rise to power coincides with Hitler's.
Do you think you can hold me?
Fans have often pointed out the many similarities between Death Eaters and the Nazi Party. Likewise, Grindelwald's proposed new wizarding order eerily resembles Adolf Hitler's New Order of Europe. As one theory points out, Grindelwald not only possesses the same fascist ideologies as Hitler, but both men rose to power around the same time. Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 1933, and only a few years before that, Grindelwald arrived in neighboring Paris.
Join me. Or die.
What's more, Grindelwald falls from power in 1945, the same year Hitler committed suicide and World War II officially ended. Given the undeniable parallels, it wouldn't be surprising if Grindelwald inspired Hitler, or perhaps shared a direct connection with the Nazi Party.
Will we die just a little?
Number 3. Obscurials are related to Horcruxes. Although Credence seemingly bit the dust in the first film, he comes back alive and well in the sequel. It's been speculated that Credence's return may be tied to his Obscurial background. Maybe Obscurials function just like Horcruxes, the objects Voldemort used to hide fragments of his soul. When some of the Horcruxes are destroyed in the Harry Potter films, they disintegrate in a fashion similar to Credence's apparent demise. If Obscurials and Horcruxes have more in common, this would explain how Credence's soul could survive after his physical form perished. Considering that Credence has already lived much longer than the average Obscurial, who knows what other tricks he has up his sleeve. Number 2. Nagini's tragic backstory.
Nagini.
The Crimes of Grindelwald dropped a bombshell by introducing Nagini as not the snake we've known, but a human woman. A star attraction in the Circus Arcanus, the film gives us a glimpse into Nagini's years as a human, before her blood curse turns her into a snake for good. Discussing Nagini in an interview, Kim said, quote, "You've only seen her as a Horcrux. In this, she's a wonderful and vulnerable woman who wants to live." Based on Kim's words, the film could shed an entirely new light on one of the wizarding world's greatest enemies. That being said, Nagini's origin story is sure to be linked to Voldemort's ascension to power. Number 1. Credence is the host of Ariana's Obscurus. At the end of Fantastic Beasts 2, Grindelwald reveals that Credence Barebone is actually Aurelius Dumbledore. If you're asking how this works timeline-wise, you're not alone. But ignore that for a sec. Grindelwald might have invented this to manipulate Credence, but what if he didn't? It's already clear that the Fantastic Beasts franchise will be shedding light on the Dumbledore family, particularly Albus and Ariana. If she isn't alive herself, it's not crazy to believe that Ariana's Obscurus was extracted from her, and maybe placed in Credence. The question we're asking is, okay, we have many, but whatever, who did it? Well, at least Potterheads can stop studying the family trees until the remaining films clarify if Credence actually is a Dumbledore. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.